Moto3 moves away from Phillip Island in Australia and up to Thailand. Welcome to Buriram and the Chang International Circuit. It's a wet race officially been declared and nobody knows exactly what is going to happen. Let's go down to TNT Sports for all the action.
Will?
Yeah, absolutely.
Can you do Moto2 commentary?
I can do whatever you want me to do. If you win, seriously, I'll do the Moto2 commentary.
Dare to dream.
I hear you celebrate with champagne, so I'm joining him as well. Okay, should we go back down to Steve then and hear from Joel Kelso, who's on pole position?
Joel, pole position, great chance for you to do the job here. The race has been reduced to 12 laps. What did you go out on there, and what do you think the tyres are going to be for the race?
It's hard to say. It's there's a dry line, but then there's actually a couple corners that are full wet, so it's going to be a difficult one, that's for sure. But yeah, let's see how today plans out.
What have you gone for, Joel?
I don't know. We'll have a look when we rip the tyre warmers off. We'll soon know.
You're going to keep us guessing. Good luck.
Cheers, mate.
I mean, can you just show us a shot of the tyres and we can see what he's gone for there?
That breaks.
It's not. I thought we were going to see.
It always breaks me a little bit, that, because you're like, listen, Joel, I'm going to have to tell you the truth here. No one's listening to what you're saying. Sat at home that are going to then call somebody on the grid to swap. It's just tell us what tyres you're running, mate. It's all right. Come on.
Drying line, though, that makes it sound like it's not very wide at the moment, especially in Moto3 when they're always kind of 4 or 5 abreast. Maybe going on the wets isn't a bad idea, especially for the first couple of laps.
Yeah, certainly safer, easier to keep it upright, as Joel said. A few parts of the track that are full wet, that's really tricky to negotiate on slicks. The beauty about the ambient being quite high and humid here, if you go on slicks, it's easier to keep the temperature in them. In a European country, it might be a little bit more difficult. But yeah, I do think maybe there's going to be a few more go for slicks then. It might not be as much of a gamble as we first thought, because Joel's saying there is a dry line around a lot of the racetrack.
Well, Dad Alonso, your world champion, he's in the second row, he's in 5th. Let's see if he tells Steve what he's gone for. He usually gives us a lot of insight. So Steve is down there with David Alonso.
David, you're on such a roll in this championship at the moment. Title already wrapped up, but one of the hardest calls to make of the season in terms of tyres. What did you go out on there, and what do you think you're going to opt for tyre-wise now?
Yeah, different situation. This lap, well, it was nice to see the track, and maybe it's dry, so let's try with the dry tires.
Good luck.
Thank you so much.
Well, he gives you a little bit more than Joel Kelso did. What did you make of that?
Yeah, obviously, us originally optimistic, thinking that Scott being the only person to go on slicks, it might pay off. If David Alonso's on slicks, you know he's going to be right there. So, yeah, it does look like it's pretty much going to be a slick tyre race with spots of rain in the air and a drying track. Just the best conditions, exactly what you want, isn't it?
Yeah, it is tricky conditions for everyone, but it's a leveller. That's why I quite like these races. It gives you a chance, and it's worth taking a little bit of a risk.
Is it that much of a leveller for your man Eddie O'Shea right down then on 20 seconds? What would you have told Eddie to go for?
Yeah, honestly, in those scenarios, it's best to leave it up to the rider. They're the person with all the information. They've been out there on wet tyres. They know how they're feeling. For Eddie, he's had a good weekend. He's still learning the whole process of racing out here in Asia. He was so close to making it through to Q2 this weekend. He's right in there. So now, as Neil said, it's a bit of a leveller. He's got the opportunity, if he goes on slick tyres as well, to hang in there and pull out a good result.
Yeah, exactly. Well, a tough ask, though, for Eddie O'Shea. 8th row in 22nd. Maybe a little bit more easy for Colin Vire, who's on the front row in 2nd. He's chatting to Steve Day.
Colin on the front row, but this looks like a really tough call. Everyone we speak to seems to be going for different tyres. What are your thoughts?
Yeah, it's going to be a little gamble. I think most of the roads going slick because it's getting very dry at the moment. So, yeah, I think it's going to be a fun race. Don't try to risk too much, but, yeah, for sure we'll try to be there. But, yeah, it's going to be a fun race.
Have fun.
Well, he's always there or thereabouts, isn't he, Colin Vire? And especially he'll be determined to bounce back from last weekend when he had that coming together with Angel Piqueras there, trying to get some more points to keep in this championship battle he's found himself in.
Yeah, exactly. The runner-up position is still being fought out between 3 riders, Ortola, Holgado and Colin Vire. So, yeah, it's important today, as we heard from Colin there. It looks like the majority are going to go for slick, so tricky conditions and who can negotiate the wetter parts of the track best in the opening laps. laps will be key to how the race unfolds.
Yeah, exactly. I'm just going to go a bit further down the grid as well. Row 4, because I was just picking out Adrian Fernandez, who is on such a roll in terms of podiums. He got his first one back in Indonesia. I actually caught up with him then when I came to join you guys in Japan, and I didn't expect him to go on such a roll. He's looking for his 4th, I think it is, podium on the bounce.
Yeah, he really turned things around. It's been a click up in terms of gear for Adrian Fernandez. Found a setting he's comfortable with. Fast all by himself, really strong and aggressive in the races. So he's got a chance today. He's out of sorts a little bit in terms of grid position. He's been one of the fastest riders all weekend, but he didn't have a good toe, so he's in the middle of the 4th row. And yeah, I think he's got pace for the podium once again here.
You saw, though, he didn't have the best qualifying position. 11th there. Last weekend, he was actually, or sorry, in Japan he was 7th, and he still managed 3rd. So actually, he manages just to find a way through, possibly.
Yeah,
Fernandez.
he forces one. He makes it fit. He is probably, I think, at least on par with David Munoz for the most aggressive rider in Moto3. He's not scared to let the brake off and pick someone up where necessary. He'll be getting his elbows out on these opening laps.
Just a quick word then back to Joe Kelso. What an opportunity for that man.
Yeah, I think these conditions could suit Joel. He's been fast. He's been able to qualify well and struggles sometimes in the latter laps to be in podium contention. But today from the front row, from pole position, he can try and convert it. So he's been looking good all weekend and seems quite fired up. Not giving anything away on the grid in terms of tyre, but I think he'll be on, I'm pretty sure he'll be on slicks as well.
These guys don't want to tell you anything, do they, on the grid? David Alonso, though, gave us a little bit more. There he is, eyes closed, focus. He's looking for his 12th win of the season now. He got that Valentino Rossi win, a record, didn't he? Last time out, 11 under his belt. Let's see if he can go another step further and get 12. Wouldn't that be impressive for his winning season? Okay, well, it is a shorter race, of course. It's gone down to 12 laps from 19 now. Let's get to our commentators, Gav and Neil, for our Moto3 race. Enjoy this one, guys, at home, and enjoy it. Gav and Neil.
Yeah. Thank you, Rachel. Here we go then. All set for Moto3. Reduced race. We'll explain in full why in a second. But let's get ready to rumble. The track's wet. Everyone seems to be on slicks. It's a wet start procedure. Utter confusion for the Moto3 Thai Grand Prix. We're under starters orders for the Moto3 Grand Prix of Thailand as well. Here's your starting grid. Joel Kelso on pole position for the first ever time. Colin Vire is second with Angel Paqueras in third. There's Tayo Furusato, David Alonso and Scott Ogden starting sixth. His highest qualifying in Moto3 history. He's on slicks and he wants to win today, he's told Steve Day on the grid. Down in 7th is Hologado with Armando 8th and Ortola 9th. Lanetta is 10th, Fernandez 11th, and then Rusi Yamanaka starts in 12th position. 13th on the grid goes down with Matteo Bertoletti, then Stefano Nepa, Filippo Ferroli. Jose Antonio Ruda, David Munoz and Joel Esteban starts in 18th. Rulstone's 19th, Suzuki 20th, Zurazita's 21st, Eddie O'Shea 22nd, from Caro 23rd, Rossi 24th, Takahon Barassi 25th, and Noah Deltweller is 26th. They leave on the warm-up lap then. We have gone down from 19 laps to 12 laps due to a wet start procedure. They had 10 minutes to head out onto the circuit, get some extra multiple sighting laps, see what the conditions are like after a damp track. It's wet in areas, Megan, rain in the air, and they've all gone on dry tyres. We could be expecting to see a red flag.
I really, really hope not. I hope that they get through this race. No red flags. And I hope that Moto2 and MotoGP have the same thing too, because we are both tired.
We are, and also after I started talking, and the wound that's healing in my mouth has started to feel a little bit more swollen today and a little bit more painful, I've noticed as soon as I've started the commentary. So, apologies if I'm not at top form.
See, this is why you need to rest it.
We've got 3 races in a row now, then followed in by all the action for, what do you call it, Formula 1.
Well, we don't have that action until 8 p.m. tonight. We've had an extra hour's sleep because of the clock going back.
It's getting so warm now. I can take my jacket off. Well, you're not accommodating.
So yeah.
Well, you're not standing up, I mean. Immediately I've done that, I'm now feeling a bit cold. That might have been an error.
Do you want to put it back on?
Nah, I'm fine. We'll be okay. Takahorn Barassi there, watching on. Into the last corner. There's a lot of wet patches around here, Megan. What do you think? Wet or dries?
At the moment, dries.
But could it switch?
It's possible, but chances of rain are 93%. It could switch, definitely.
Here we go then. There's Alonso watching on. Who knows what's going to happen? The MotoGP boys watching on. Green flag at the back then. Red flag moves away. All eyes to the lights. The Moto3 Grand Prix of Thailand is underway. Lights out. Good start from Kelso. Good start from Via. Look at Forasato. He moves to the outside line. I think he's already up into second position into turn 1. Via keeps it. Forasato still in 4th. Anyone going to go off? Yeah, few riders on the dust. But that's going to be further back for Jacob Rulestone. He'll drop like a stone as well. Down to turn 3. This is the heavy braking spot.
I tell you what, Kelso actually got an amazing start. I mean, he did not lose a single position.
3 into 1 doesn't go. Look at this. Then at turn 3. Anyone going to start checking up mid-pack? Yep. For Scott Ogden. Down to 9th position as well.
Offs at the back.
That's in the 58 as well coming through. So they've just got the 54. Riccardo Rossi in the 64. Munoz. There's the 58. Luca Lanetti. He did run a little bit wide. I thought he did. I had to double check myself there to see if that was the case. Into 5 and 6 they come. Kelso ahead of Via. And yeah, the track's dry. Unless it really buckles down with rain, we're going to be fine. Munoz up to 10th, Lanetti down to 11th.
There's a lot of swapping going on throughout the field. I think the only two that are staying the same, kind of, is Via and Kelso.
And David Almanza down to 12th. Stefano Nepa down to 18th position as well. Eddie O'Shea has dropped down from 22nd to 26th on the start already, so it's not been the getaway that he wanted to achieve. We're watching Adrian Fernandez close up between them as well as they attack back through. Leading group into turn 12. Kelso leads Via for Asato, and Hologalo's down to 10th position. Yamanaka's up to 12th, and now we've got like a 5-way fight already as we complete lap 1 onto lap 2 of 12.
I'm just looking at the names and I'm thinking, 3 of them have the same name. The same name I cannot say.
David and David. Yeah. Via's got a great run on Kelso down towards the kink at 2 and in towards the braking zone at turn 3. Via sends it up the inside, late on the brakes and goes through. Someone's gone wide at the back. I think it's Noah Doteweller. And
I believe it is.
Yeah, into the lead goes Colin Via.
A little bit of a switch up in the middle of the field just happened. It was quite strange. It almost looked like a glitch, but it wasn't.
Nepa's dropped down to 17th position. Hologado's dropped back a couple of positions. Armand's dropping.
Hold on, I'm just going to calculate the amount of time in.
Armanza down into 18th position. Kelso on the back of Via through turn 5. Alonso looking to the inside line of Forasato. Can't really find the way through there as well. We already know that Alonso's world champion to come into it. Yeah,
That's when it'll end.
It's around about half an hour race, so they've just reduced it to keep it all on the same time zone. So they've reduced it from 19 laps down to 12 because we had to pit lane open for 10 minutes. So effectively, it's just made it all to fit in the time zone, yeah.
Which is annoying. We could have had it end earlier. No.
We've got there's a few little raindrops hanging around as well. I know it could rain. Look at Kelso back on the inside line down to turn 12. Kelso's going to get the lead of the race. Vaqueras coming back through on the inside as well. Alonso already up into 4th position. Forasato down to 5th. And Kelso gets the lead of the race.
Vaqueras maintains at 3rd position.
Look at sorry to go across it. Taylor's on 142.727. He's closing up now in 6th. And he's bringing Adrian Fernandez with him. And there's a few more raindrops out there. I'm waiting to see riders put their hands up because they're all on slicks out there. No one's on wets, they're all on slicks.
True. Oh, Via makes a move for first position, goes round the inside and manages to get through. Piqueras also manages to get through on the inside of Kelso. So Kelso, after leading for about almost 2 laps in full, actually no, he did lead for 2 laps in full.
Yeah.
He's lost position. And now he's down into 4th as Alonso passes him for 3rd.
So more changes that they were expecting to see as Alonso moves up for Sato, gets ahead of Kelso now as Kelso's down to about 5th.
Geez, lose one position and you're just out of it.
Yeah, well, you just fall, don't you? It's not like falling off the back. It's like in IndyCar, you lose so much more aero time compared to the rest of them. It's just going to be sort of slowly catchy monkeys as they come back through.
True, I suppose. I'm bored with Alonso right now. And it's... Okay, the clouds look kind of like they're tempting rain, but it might hold off. It's likely to hold off.
Into the braking zone once again then for turn 12. Alonso's going to send it up the inside on Piqueras, and it's an easy move from David Alonso. Very nicely done as well as he crosses the line. Via leads Alonso second. Alonso started this race in 5th, and already he's looking for 12 wins. He's already world champion, but he's still going to be absolute pedal to the metal. He doesn't want to stop anything. Rain's getting heavier out there, and I won't be surprised if you might see a red flag.
I can see it picking up, which is very unfortunate, but they have 9 laps to go.
I reckon we might. Well, we need to get past 2/3 race distance for the race to be declared official. Kelso's back up the inside front of Sato. They knocked each other a little bit. Alonso running wide. Oh, look at Kelso. 2 in 1. Kelso gets through on front of Sato. Gets ahead of Piqueras as well. Now he's side by side for 3rd position. Alonso going over Colin Via to the inside line at turn 5. Alonso knows this race might not go to distance. He wants to find into it. And Alonso, the world champion, leads.
There's a lot of swapping going on in the first 6.
Raining. The white flag and the red X is out. That was smart from Alonso. As Sato gets ahead of Ivan Ortola. So now we've got the situation where they're all on slick tyres and the rain's starting to come through. Even though it's a wet race procedure, we might have to go for a red flag. And look at Kelso. Kelso's coming back from the lead of the race as well.
Just 4 laps until 2 quarters. No, not 2 quarters, thirds.
Look, they all know that this is crucial timings in the race, that they have to red flag it. They all know that we had this in Moto 2 a couple of years ago in Thailand, where the rain came down and we couldn't restart it because of the level. Over downtown to turn 12. Kelso's down this race on pole. He's going to go side by side with the world champion. Santos on the inside of Colin Via as well. Fernandez going on the inside of Ortola, and they all nearly come together in the last corner. It's 3-1 at the exit, and through goes Piqueras up into 5th position. Alonso leads.
Ortola loses, I think, about 2 to 3 positions there with those moves happening round that corner. Lap 8 now, it's 3 laps until it is 2/3. I keep doing that.
Yeah, it's 2/3 race distance, yeah.
Lap 8.
Kelso's temperature's dropping as well. Kelso's going late on the brakes. Alonso doesn't want to risk it. Alonso's going to hold the inside, going to go wide. Kelso gets the inside line, gets back on the track, and Kelso takes the lead away from Alonso. That's the first time I remember Alonso being passed in a while from the lead of a race.
A challenge.
Yeah.
And a welcome one of that, I bet.
Well, he knows that this could be crucial, but Alonso's fought back immediately, and for Sato's too, and Kelso as well, so Kelso's down to 3rd. Kelso doesn't have the straight line traction, I don't think.
Agreed. Also,
Sato leads! Sato barges Alonso out the way, and off goes Kelso! He's dropped back into Ortola.
Well, he ain't leading anymore.
Got forced out wide as well.
Someone's just gone down quite a few things.
Ortola's down to 6th.
That was Suzuki, I think.
Oh, hang on. Yeah, Suzuki's gone way off the circuit. Yamanaka 2. And there goes Ortola, passing Piqueras.
Detweiler track limits.
Well, he's down in... Where is Detweiler? 25th. It's raining, we know that. Sato has got the lead of the race.
What's he using that track limits on?
Esteban through. Yeah, where is he using those track limits?
25th.
7 to go. We're at half race distance now.
Okay, what has happened to the one in last?
Eddie O'Shea.
He is literally 2 sectors behind everyone else.
I think he's on wet tyres, you know. I think
surprised me.
I think Eddie O'Shea is on. We don't get that information in Moto 3, but I think Eddie O'Shea is on wet tyres. I'd love to see a cutback to see if he is.
It'd explain a lot.
Piqueras on the inside line gets ahead of Kelso for 6th and gets ahead of Ivan Ortola. So Piqueras moves up into 5th position. Fotosato leads with Alonso in 2nd. Piqueras up to 5th now. Vaya in 4th and Fernandez in 3rd.
Right, so it's 7 laps to go now. It is currently lap 6 of 12. We are technically halfway through, almost. But we are also 2 laps away from lap 8, which is 2/3 of the way through this race and when it can become official.
Alonso is battling with Fernandez. Fernandez has taken 2nd position. Alonso's not going to take this one fighting down. He's trying to look back on the inside line. Coming into turn 9 and 10. Hasn't worked out. 12 is an opportunity, but even though the rain flags have gone out, the riders haven't felt the need to put their hands up to say, look, it's dangerous now to stop the race. We're seeing nobody going down as a result of it, so hopefully it's just light temperature. Track temperature is at 27 degrees, so hopefully it's burning off quite quickly and it's just psychological.
I think it might be psychological, you know, because unlike usual, none of them are going down.
Yeah, and they're holding it together quite well, side by side.
Suzuki just... Well, Halagada just got passed by Suzuki, but now Halagada has also lost places, so has Nepa.
Luca Lanetta has got the fast lap of the race on a 1:41.754. He runs in 8th position. He's outside of this battle, but on the 658 Scuderia Corsa bike, named after, of course, Marco Simoncelli, the 58 that he rides with, the same number. Going well as everyone runs wide at 3, Alonso included, and up the inside now, Colin Vaya takes 2nd position off the track as well. Angel Fernandez and goes down to 6th position. Now Vaya in 2nd and he's being fought by Alonso. Furusato is 2nd ahead now.
Those clouds are getting a little bit more noticeable, but shouldn't be anything to worry about. At least I don't think so.
Kelso's getting forced wide again, and Kelso's been off the track again, and Scott Ogden's going to come back through. Ogden and Munoz too, so they're all going to battle together. SHG says David's performance this season reminds me of March 2014 and 19 season as well. Either 1st or 2nd. Yeah, he's doing really well. Good morning, Megan Josh. Good morning, Adam. And hello, hi folks, it says to Cristiano. Hello, Cristiano. Here's a replay. Alonso on the inside, battling with the 31, and yeah, everyone just out breaking themselves into turn 3 and getting caught in the damp patches.
Yeah, and that's massively changed up the order from up to 9th position.
Yeah. No sound of the red flag, so it's going to be lap 8. They've got to complete lap 8, remember. So now we're at 2/3 race distance on this lap, but we've got to complete it. 5 to go. Now let's now let's see. We've got to complete this one. After that, the race can be declared official if we need it to be.
Well, I think it will have to be though.
Fosato leads by only 4/10. Alonso's starting to come back towards him as well. Alonso's starting to put that pressure on. We know he's good in these. Well, we know he's just good everywhere. Look at Japan as well, where he won the race and won the title. He's on the bounce now for 4, but he's won 11 times this season. Ortola on the inside of Colin Vaya and Piqueras in there as well. Piqueras nearly taking them all down, so nicely sort of situated between the pair of them as well, down towards turn 3. My jaw hurts.
Right, so 5 laps to go. Well, technically 5.5 laps to go. And it's either way, if they did have to stop the race this lap, it'd still be completed anyway because they had no choice.
Ortola moves up into 3rd position ahead of Piqueras, gets the inside move down at turn 7, so nicely done there. Fosato just going to hold off Alonso. Alonso and them two, they're starting to check out now at the front, so Alonso is going for a race win number 12. The two teammates battling of Munoz and Kelso, and there we see Piqueras battling out as well. And that's Piqueras battling. We're looking at Lanetta.
Lanetta has just got passed as well by Adrian Fernandez, brother of Augusto.
We've cut back now because that's Daniel Holgado in the last points playing position of 15th. And there's Alonso taking the lead at turn 12. And meantime as well, up the inside.
Takes the lead.
Piqueras
takes third.
Gets ahead of Ortola. Yeah. I was looking back to that. It's the same accidental circuit, yeah.
I meant to say takes third, but for some reason lead popped out of the work. I was like,
That's because
That's not
Alonso
right.
got the lead.
yeah.
Died through on turn 12 on the inside line.
In my mind, I was like, that ain't right.
Munoz and Kelso still battling together. Looking for Osato, getting in the toe of Alonso. Down towards turn number 3. Going to try and pull to the inside line. Last of the late breakers. Alonso's going to know it, so he'll let him go in deep. Osato doesn't want to try it. Ortola, on the other hand, going on the inside of Piqueras. Way, and Piqueras is a wonderful switchback. That was really well done. So this is Alonso making down to turn 12.
Right. Okay.
Dive bomb and a half, isn't it?
Yeah, Alonso somehow managed to keep that up, though I must admit,
Well, it's
could have been done
yeah.
a bit further away from the edge of the track, but it's fine. I really need to sew up this hole in the lining of my jacket.
Ortola battling with Piqueras for a start on the back of Alonso. To answer your question as well, Imesh, it's been declared a wet race because we had rain this morning. We've been reduced to 12 laps. They all got extra practice, but the track is dry, but there are wet patches, but they're all on slicks. So it's sort of a wet, dry race.
Piqueras moves down into 6th position, losing 3rd.
Sato all over the back of Alonso. I've got a feeling that Alonso might be defeated here by Sato.
Possibly. I mean, it would be entertaining. I mean, still has time to make up even more races, so it needs to be beaten at least sometime.
Lannetta's done a 1:41.321. He's in P5 as they come into that braking zone for turn 1 again. And Ortola runs off the circuit as well, so that's going to be a track limit warning for him. You can't do that on the last lap. We're getting an automatic penalty. Looking for Sato on the back of Alonso as well. It's turn 3. Alonso's going defensive. Sato's going to send it up the inside. Decides to not risk it. But here comes the 58 of Luca Lanetta, who's got the fast lap sequence now as well on 3.69. And this time, Lanetta dunks Fernandez. As I say, drinks wine. There's that old rhyme, isn't it?
Yeah. That was the thing with the cracker.
Yeah, well, 3.69, Lanetta might drink some champagne wine if he can get up ahead of Ortola as well. But Ortola's now on the back of Sato and Alonso.
Hopefully he would be able to. And you really... when was the last time you took painkillers?
Before I went to bed.
So take some after this.
Yeah. It's just stinging today. Must be healing a bit, but I'm finding it hard to talk.
Unfortunate time for it to stay.
Yes, I know. Oh, and Esteban's out.
Yep.
Yellow flag, sector 3. Now, is that because of rain? How's he dropped that one? There is a big rain cloud. That could affect Moto 2 coming up in... Oh, hello. He's just dropped the front for your Esteban.
On the concrete too. Oh, was that a little bit of
That's
rain?
Esteban.
Was that a little bit of rain?
No, that's Eddie O'Shea.
What's happened to him?
He's coming into the pit lane. Eddie O'Shea into the pits and out of the race. 2 to go.
It appears he's been in there for a lap. Yep. Confirmed.
I saw the 8 and I was like, oh, it's Esteban. Oh, it's not the 70, it's just the 8. So yeah, it's Eddie O'Shea, I thought. Look at this now from Ortola and Lanetta. Lanetta's looking really strong as well. The anniversary weekend of Marco Simoncelli's passing 13 years ago. Could we see the 58 back on the top? That'd be very emotional. Ortola takes second for Sato. Tried to cut back to the inside line, but we had Ortola keeping a wheel ahead. Alonso's going to hold back. Here comes the slipstream battle. Watch out for Luca Lanetta.
Right. Yellow flag is still out in sector 3. So...
No overtaking at this part of the track.
Yeah. And obviously... that means that they've still got something out on the track, and I'd really love to know what that is, since it did not look... Okay, they've brought it back in now, but it did not look like Esteban had that much.
I reckon he caught the curb. I reckon he caught the curb and it put him down because it was damp.
Yeah.
So dry tire to wet.
Oh, right, it's 31 and 36.
Big one out!
That's Fernandez and Piqueras.
Out of the race, the 2 teammates. I don't believe it. Rule 1 is don't hit your teammate, and they have gone down. Fernandez and Piqueras crash out of the Thai Grand Prix. Wow.
That is unfortunate.
And Alonso nearly going down as well.
Sets it free again.
Last lap recall. For Sato closing in on Ortola.
Fernandez has rejoined the race.
So he's kept the bike going. Are they going to keep point? No, they're out of points paying position.
Ortola leads.
Yeah, Ortola's got a great slipstream here, so is for Sato. Alonso's going to lose out here down to turn 3. Ortola around the outside, and he's going to take the lead. Alonso nearly swipes out the side of Sato under braking for 3. That was unbelievable stuff. Alonso's going aggressive defending now, and Colin Vyers joined in. It's a 5-way fight for the win here in Moto 3.
Almost getting taken out there, Ortola was.
Alonso's got... Oh, there's debris in the track. Some form of like a knee slide has been put in the middle.
Do you know what? I actually don't know who that's from.
Alonso on the inside line, turn 5, gets ahead of Ortola. Fernandez and Piqueras is under investigation. Here comes Sato. Round the outside comes the 58 as well. It's all going off now in Moto 3.
You can just see the whites of their eyes still.
They've got clear eyes as well due to the raining conditions as well. Look at this, Luca Lanetta. I'll even take a podium for the 58 team. Alonso looks to be winning a 12th. He's going to break Valentino Rossi's record of 11 wins in a single season that he did back in 1996.
Jeez, he wasn't even alive when that record was set.
Into the last few corners of the Moto 3 race then as well. Are we going to see anything different between the two? Alonso's going to go defensive. It's all on the line now. At the inside goes Luca Lanetta. Ortola tries to go around the outside. Ortola's off the track. The 58's going to get down to the line and down over the line. Unbelievable.
Without a crash.
Via takes out at the line the 58. Sato's crashed. Lanetta's gone second. Sato went down. Lanetta takes second. Damon Alonso wins the Thai Grand Prix of Moto 3. He gets 12 wins in a single season. He breaks Valentino Rossi's record that it was set in 1996. He's the most successful junior rider in history. 12 wins and a world championship. There's no stopping the Colombian. But Sato at the line went down.
Could have been his debris.
So Luca Lanetta, so Ortola goes off the circuit. Luca Lanetta takes second, and Colin Via whacks Sato at the line, and Sato crosses the line on his back.
Welcome to the first person ever to cross the finish line, not on their vehicle.
So Ortola gets the sparks. He tries to overtake Alonso, flies off the circuit. Luca Lanetta gets second place, and Via looks back to see Sato swapping over ends.
So I love that.
Sato has retroactively been put up to 5th position.
I mean, he did cross the line,
yeah,
but he just wasn't on his bike.
So that is fair, and I wouldn't be surprised if Colin Via might get a penalty for that causing a collision.
Yeah, even I kind of looked like surprised. It's like, okay, are you good? It's like, no.
Could you run us through the results, please?
If I can pronounce the name.
Well, yeah.
Right. Alonso is first, second is Lanetta, Via is third, Ortola is fourth, Sato is fifth, Munoz is sixth, Kelso is seventh, eighth is Ogden, Nepa is ninth, Suzuki is 10th, 11th is Yamanaka, Holgado is 12th, Rossi is 13th, 14th is Ferroli, 15th is Ruda, 16th is Rolson, 17th is
Barassi,
18th is Caro, 19th is Almanza, 20th is Zeta, and it's 21 is Bertoletti, 22nd is Fernandez, Detweiler is 23rd, and then that is Piqueras, Esteban, and O'Shea?
Yeah, Eddie O'Shea. Good race, actually, that one in total, I reckon. It wasn't as bad as we thought it was. Are you diving in now for your break?
I mean, when are you having your break?
Not much. Well, actually, I don't know, because now I think there's a 45-minute gap. It's really been bizarre.
There is.
Yeah. I'm going to hand over to TNT when we come back for the podium ceremonies and the analysis.
I'll give you your chair.
Oh, thank you. See you.
That shall be the system. I head in and give you your chair.
All right, cheers, Meg. See you later. So if you do that, then I'll swap cameras to down this one. Hello. So Megan dives in, and we have the end of the Moto3 race. Let's move you up here as well. What an exciting one that one there's. It's very painful at the moment. So stay with us for interviews and podiums, etc. A dozen for David. Yeah, 12 as well to come into it. Is that a baker's dozen or is that 13? So well done to David Alonso. A really impressive race from him. Super performance. Really good stuff across it as well. Lanetta finishes in second. I'm really happy about that. I was worried he crashed at the line, actually, because it was all happening too quickly. And there's 3 white bikes flying across it. But Luca Lanetta in the 58, on the 13th weekend anniversary of Marco Simoncelli's passing, really lovely to see the 58 team get second position. That is top dollar, really nice stuff. Yeah, as she says, dramatic end to the Moto3 Thai Grand Prix, but no one can stop David Alonso. Let's cross over to the team on TNT Sports for all the post-race reaction coverage, and gives me a chance to have a bit of a break. Let's cross over to them now and rejoin Gavin Emmett.
Welcome back to Buriram here in Thailand. We're watching again the incident between Colin Vai and Tayo Furusato. Look at that as he crossed over the finish line there. Tayo Furusato has been reinstated in 5th place in this race, and it may well change because they'll have a look at that one. David Alonso winning and Luca Lanetta second, no problem with either of those. But the regulations do state now, I think it has changed in recent years, to be counted as a finisher, you just need to cross the plane of the finish line, and if a rider is not in contact with the machine, finish time determined by the first part of the rider or machine to cross the finish line.
Oh, I didn't know that. I thought you had to be in contact.
It used to be the situation.
Yeah, it used to be. Obviously, it's changed.
Yeah.
Oh, that's good.
So it looks like he will get 5th. And you actually think in that incident you saw that Via, because we've seen it, collision causing a crash, probably get a penalty, won't he?
Yeah, normally that's what you hear. But then I've watched it again. We've watched it about 3 or 4 times. Furusato been pushed wide, so he's actually coming back into the line. I mean, Via is not leaning the bike over. He could lean the bike much more to create room, but you don't.
He's not adjusted. He's not adjusted, has he?
No, he's not adjusted. He's not purposely stood the bike up to make contact. So I need to look at it again before I make a full decision on it.
And that's why the stewards will still be looking at it again.
Absolutely.
They'll be looking at it from every angle. They'll have more angles than we've got.
But the bits I've seen, it's going to be a tough call. Yeah. It is going to be a tough call.
Daniel Gardo only managing 12th place today. And, well, we'll see. We don't quite know how that's going to affect the championship, because obviously he battles Via and Ortolo, who took themselves out last round, but now they're either 3rd or 4th, or, you know, could change. But there's no doubt about this man. David Alonso just racking up the world records, left, right and centre. There you have it. 12th win of the season here at the Thai Grand Prix. What can you say that we haven't already said about Alonso this year?
It's just, he's another class, different league. It just never looks like he's baby goats. The only thing I struggle with is the baby goat.
We've got a confirmation. Riders 10, 22, 1 position dropped to overtake under yellow flag. That's Manza and Caro.
Well, he's baby goat, isn't he? You can't argue with it, I know, but I just feel like it just puts more pressure on him. But
Look, but do you think he'll manage that?
Yes, I do. Yes, I do. I do think he'll manage it.
Got it all, hasn't it?
Well, it's just different level. All that pressure into the last corner. He got defensive at the right point. He's on a dirtier, damper part of the track. He gets it stopped perfect. The man in second was nearly ran off the track.
Let's have a hear what Colin Vai has to say after his incident with Furusato to take 3rd.
Colin, what a dramatic final lap to be able to end up on the podium with some problems you were just telling me as well. How did you manage to do that?
Yeah, I felt really good overall the race, and I felt quite comfortable on the front. But yeah, on some point my gearbox started to fail. I don't know, maybe the first gear broke or something. I don't know what happened exactly, but overall, I still managed to get on the podium, and yeah, I just was waiting for what they were going to do in the last corner, and finally it worked out. So I'm very happy to be on the podium again, and yeah, finally we are on the podium again. So I'm very happy.
Great ride, well done.
Thank you.
Interesting, no word at all about Purisato there. So this is that final corner again.
And look, all Vaya's doing is he's waiting for the mess, and he's going to sweep round the intelligent rider, watches the mess in front of him, sort of rides through the side of him, which it's going to be a tough call, that one.
Yeah, Purisato sat up a little bit, but he just hit the side of it. Yeah. Ortola then got it wrong, didn't he? Down into that last corner out of shape. No doubt about this lad. Was setting fast laps throughout. Takes his best result in second.
Luca, another podium in your rookie season. What a year you're having. Just talk us through that dramatic final lap and final corner.
Yes, honestly, I don't have words to describe this podium. It's a lot of races that we are competitive, but we miss something to do the result. But I'm happy this new track for me. A lot of big fans here. I want to say all to everything, to everyone, and say hi to my family. This race, for my dad, my mechanics, everything. I don't know words, sorry, but I'm very happy, and see you next one. Ciao.
Congratulations.
Thank you. Ciao.
I like him. He's a tall lad, isn't he, as well, Luca Lunetto? A bit like Colin Vaya, but I'm really impressed with what I've seen this season.
That was his first corner, by the way. Just thought he'd just take a wide line through there. What a race. I like him as well. Aggressive at all the right moments. I love the sparks. That was Ortola with his foot dragging, trying to get the bike stopped.
Do you know what? Not over-aggressive. Not going too far.
No, got that balance just right. Made the passes at the right time.
That was good in the last corner, wasn't it? Rear hopping a little bit. This is where we'll see Purisato just loses the front a little bit, doesn't he? Right, let's hear from our race winner, the champ, baby goat, David Alonso.
David, that's it. History. 12 wins in a lightweight class season. Nobody in the 75-year history of our sport has ever done it. Tell us, how does it feel?
Well, I don't know what to say. This year is like a dream. I remember with the team we always say, well, we want just keep dreaming. No wake up never. And this year, a part of the World Championship, getting this record. Honestly, I was like not taking care, because if not, I was put too much pressure on the track. But inside of me, I want this record. So this is thanks to my team. The bike always is perfect. Never I have a problem in this season. Then my family, of course, all my friends in at home. And yeah, this is for all of them, because at the beginning it was before the championship. No, after the championship it was difficult to keep the level. But all together they pushed me to keep going and to enjoy these last Moto3 races as I like. So this is for all the Thailand fans that I appreciate too much. There are the big fans here. Come on, let's go.
An incredible achievement, David. Huge congratulations.
Thank you so much.
He is just so special. I think, Michael, even more special than his wins now, notched up 12, is what he's doing after them, the celebration. In Japan, he had his mini moto out. Then he had the Rossi bandages. Now he's got, well, you've heard of the Guinness Book of World Records. He's got Alonso's Book of World Records now. He is so special. 12, he's having an absolute ball.
He is. He's enjoying it, and he's showing his character. Obviously, all these celebrations, the unicycle in Misano, it's letting the public engage with him a little bit. He's having the fun element, but he's knocking the wins in. 2/3 win rate. He's won 12 of the 18 so far. That's exceptional in Moto3. Obviously, it doesn't beat in terms of percentage the record for Valentino when he won it with a 15-round championship. But yeah, that was 11 and 15. So yeah, it is impressive, because in the modern era, these bikes are so close. You see this last lap battle. They are evenly matched everywhere, and Alonso just decisive when he needs to be. He finds the gap, he takes the risk at the right moment, but to do it every single weekend, and he's already got a comfortable margin here on this last lap. The battle's on for second. You can see Purisato, I thought he was deserving of a podium today. Obviously, we know what happens to him in the last corner, but look at here, he's thinking of the inside on Ortola through the long hanging turn 9. And when you're going through 10, you know it's going to be all about the last corner. Set this up, it gets really messy here. Ortola gets it completely wrong on the brakes. Sparks are coming off his boot. He's trying to stop it to get it into the apex. Furisato's down the inside. Lunetta's down the inside of him. Takes Furisato wide, and this one, it's a little bit close to the wire. I've only seen it a couple of times now with Colin Vire just keeping the bike a little bit too straight, wiping out poor old Furisato, putting him across the line on the ground, but he will gain his position.
Exactly that, and he's enjoying it. As he said, he had maybe a bit of a blip after he took the championship in Japan, but he's come back fighting, hasn't he? 12 wins now, and that was a golf buggy you saw there of just taking the podium finishers around to the podium. There was a crash as well between the two Leopard teammates. You can see them in the back there. We were speaking about it, weren't we? Adrian Fernandez and Angel Piqueras, those two riders, their team aren't going to be very happy with that, but no further action. Then it's not under investigation for that incident. But this is that golf buggy I was mentioning, a nice way just to save your legs, popping round to the podium for our top 3, and they'll go up to the podium and they'll be really enjoying this now because there's not many more chances to get on this podium this season.
Yeah, exactly. With David Alonso, Colin Vire moving on to Moto2 next year. Luca Lunetta as a rookie, splitting them on the podium today. He's enjoying the plaudits and very well deserved. He's stepped it up. He's going to be a proper challenger next year. And that's the rain against the ball. So Eddie O'Shea needed it 20 minutes ago, but yeah, the rain has properly fallen. Here we see the incident again for Tao Furusato. I forgot about the rule change. Obviously, it previously was you had to cross the line in contact with your machine, but now it is the first part across the line. So bike or rider, I think the rider just scripted. So yeah, it is a result for Furusato, but he wanted a podium today.
Yeah, so a result for Furusato. That does mean that Scott Ogden stays down in 8th. We thought he'd been promoted to 7th, but not to be. The rain has started falling now. I think Eddie O'Shea would have liked that to happen maybe 10 minutes ago in the race. He's not on the podium. He did unfortunately finish that race prematurely. We'll hopefully catch up with him a bit later. But for now, let's go to this Moto3 podium with Gal.
Yeah, they're all up there now, having driven around the other side of the racetrack. It's right in front of the big grandstands. You can hear the noise as Vire and then Luca Lunetta get on the podium. It was the anniversary as well of Marco Simoncelli's passing earlier this week, and so that's a nice moment for Luca Lunetta gets up there for Paolo Simoncelli. As well as winning the race today, as well as setting a new record, CF Moto are the world champions in terms of constructors, and the team, the CF Moto Gaviota Aspar team, are also the world champions in terms of the teams today with that result. So triple celebration for Aspar, and Nico Tirolo took the trophy there. He's like a father figure to David Alonso. Colin Vire takes 3rd place today. Controversial fashion, but looks like that one's going to be okay, as he took the 3rd place trophy. Luca Lunetta, his best result in Grand Prix racing so far. Big 2nd place for him and the Simoncelli 58 squad. Marco Grana getting a big embrace there. Brilliant from Paolo. But no doubt about your winner yet again in Moto3, the man who's won on 12 occasions this season, and he sits down to soak it all in. A new record for wins in the lightweight class, beyond anything that some of the stars like Rossi or Marquez have done in the past. And for the 12th time this year, let's hear the Colombian national anthem.
amazing race for David Alonso. There is no stopping him, it seems, in winning again and again the Grand Prix of Thailand. And now the celebrations can begin on the podium here. Next up, it's Moto2 for the Grand Prix of Thailand. You can join us in around about 20 minutes for all of the action. Rain's starting to fall. It's going to be very interesting to see if it's going to be a wet race. Join us in 20 minutes for Moto2 to find out. Bye for now.